Dear students, good morning to all. Now we will going to discuss about chapter nutrition in plants. Just revise this portion. So all of you listen. Nutrition in plants. The food is the most important and basic thing for life. What are the important nutrients? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are the components of food. What are the components of food? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are the components of food. These components are necessary for all living beings. All plants and animals require food for their growth and getting energy. The process of utilization of food by an animal to obtain energy for growth and development is known as nutrition. The animal obtain energy for growth and development is known as nutrition. Plants make their food themselves but animals cannot. Hence, plants make their own food but animals depend upon another one. Hence, the animals depend directly or indirectly on the plant. C. Photosynthesis process. Carbon dioxide plus water, light, carbohydrates, then oxygen. Next, what are the components of food? Or you remember students, what are the components of food? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are the components of food. What is nutrition? The process of utilization of food by a living organisms to obtain energy is called nutrition. The process of utilization of food by a living organisms to obtain energy is called nutrition. Next, why is need of nutrition? Animals do not make their food themselves, which plants do. Animals eat plants or plant eating animals. Hence, the animals are directly or indirectly depend on plants. Okay. Next, autotrophic nutrition. There are major two types of nutritions. What are the two types of nutritions? Autotrophic nutrition, another one heterotrophic nutritions. First, autotrophic nutritions. Auto means what? Shelf. Trophs means, sorry, remember students, autotrophic nutritions. Auto means shelf and trophs means nourishment. The plants are called autotrophs because they make their food themselves. Okay, the making of food for themselves is called autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition's examples. What is the example of autotrophic nutrition? Green plants. What is the example of autotrophic nutrition? Green plants also autotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, troph means nourishment. That is the autotrophic nutrition. It's mainly noted the point. Plants prepare their own food. Auto means self and troph means nourishment. The autotrophs means they make their own food themselves. That is a very important. Okay, autotrophs. Then next, heterotrophic nutrition. What does mean by heterotrophic nutrition? The word heterotrophic is the combination of two words. Okay, hetero plus trophs. Hetero means what? Others. Hetero means what? Others. Trophs means what? Nourishment. Okay, if organisms depend on others for their food, it is called heterotrophic nutrition. Okay. Animals cannot make their food themselves. Animals cannot make their food themselves. They depend for food upon plants. Therefore, nutrition in animals is called heterotrophic nutrition. Animals are known as heterotrophs. Animals are known as heterotrophs. That's all. That is a heterotrophic nutrition. Animals depend upon another one. So that is a heterotrophs. Hetero means another. Next. Remember students, autotrophic nutrition, heterotrophic nutrition. First define nutrition. What are the component of nutrition? Then autotrophic means what? Heterotrophic nutrition. Then next one, saprotrophic nutrition. What does mean by saprotrophic nutrition? The taking of nutrients by organism from dead and decaying, note the point, Dead and decaying matter in the form of solution is called saprotrophic nutrition. Dead and decaying matter in the form of solution is called saprotrophic nutrition. The organisms which use saprotrophic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. What is the example of saprotrophic nutrition? Fungi. What is the example of saprotrophic nutrition? Fungi. Fungi is this one is a fungi picture. See the picture. That is a saprotrophic nutrition. Fungi. For example, mushrooms. Mushrooms also fungus. Okay. That is a saprotrophic nutrition. Listen. Now we will go to discuss the question and answers. Okay. What is autotroph? Organisms that make their food themselves are called autotrophs. What is autotrophic mode of nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which the organisms makes its own food is called autotrophic mode of nutrition. Next, give some examples of autotrophs. All green plants such as grass, mango, bougainvillea, etc. as the example of autotrophs. Next, what is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition? What is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which an organism takes food from another organism. Take food from another organism is called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The nutrition in animals and non-green plants is the example of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Then next, give examples of heterotrophs. Give examples of heterotrophs. Green plants, non-green plants. Note the point. Non-green plants are the examples of heterotrophs. What is saprotrophs? Saprotrophs is important point. Plants which get their nutrition from, note the point, dead and decaying plants in liquid form are called saprotrophs. That is a saprotrophic nutrition. Okay. Then photosynthesis. Food making process in plants. This is a photosynthesis picture. First, define photosynthesis. The process of making food by green plants in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. The process of making of food by green plants in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the combination of two words. What is the two words of combination of photosynthesis? Photo plus synthesis. What is meant by photo? Photo means light. Synthesis means to make. That is a synthesis. Synthesis means what? To make. Next, the process of food making in green plants. Green plants make their food themselves. Green leaves make food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Okay, next. Hence, for taking place of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight must be reached at the green leaves in addition to presence of chlorophyll. See the picture, students. Photosynthesis, energy to plant, chlorophyll, oxygen is released, carbon dioxide enter, oxygen is released, glucose is formed, then water. See the equation of is very important equation. Photosynthesis, see the picture in your book also. Listen, carbon dioxide plus water, H2O, then chlorophyll gives the sun energy, then to convert into C6H12O6 means what? Sugar plus oxygen. That is a photosynthesis equation is very important. Photosynthesis diagram also very important in your book also. Here the diagram photosynthesis, then equation is very must. Okay. Then next, the section through the leaf. Listen. Stomata. Okay. The leaf has several tiny pores like structure on the lower surface. This is called stomata. This one is a stomata. See the picture, students. This is a stomata. Okay, stomata. This is called stomata through which leaves absorb carbon dioxide from air. Water is transported to the leaves through hair-like pipelines from the roots. These pipelines are present throughout the plant, that is, from roots to branches and leaves. These pipelines are known as xylem. Xylem is a type of tissues. Chlorophyll, a green plant, is found in green leaves. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and gives energy. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Convert them to carbohydrate and oxygen. This one is a convert into carbohydrate and oxygen. Carbohydrate is used as food and oxygen is emitted out to atmosphere. This whole process of making food by plants is called photosynthesis. That is a process of photosynthesis. Students, listen. Palisade, mesophyll, spongy mesophyll, quartzes. This one is a bean-shaped quartzes. This is air pores, bundle sheath, vascular bundle. This one is a cuticle. Okay, the upper epidermis, lower epidermis, mesophyll. This one is a guard cell. Guard cells also here in your book. Okay, guard cells. This one is a stomata. What is the main function of stomata? Transpirations. Okay, what is the main function of stomata? Transpiration. Okay, next. Photosynthesis to be taken place. Presence of sunlight, presence of chlorophyll, presence of water, presence of carbohydrate. Next, photosynthesis in algae. The green patches in ponds near the stagnant water can be seen easily. These green patches are living organisms called algae. Algae or present. Algae or plants. Often algae grow near the shallow waterlogged areas such as near tube wells, taps, etc. One may slip over it. Algae look green because of presence of chlorophyll. Algae prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. This is a photosynthesis picture. Okay. Now discuss the question and answers. Photosynthesis process. What is photosynthesis? The process of making food in green plants in the presence of sunlight is known as photosynthesis. Okay. What are the essential factors for the photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, sunlight are essential factors for the photosynthesis to take place. Okay. Next, what is chlorophyll? What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment. Where it is present? Present in leaves. Or you remember, students, chlorophyll? Then why do leaves look green? Leaves look green because of the presence of chlorophyll, which is the green pigment. Okay. What is the functions of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight for photosynthesis. Next. What are the final products made after photosynthesis? Glucose and oxygen are the final products after photosynthesis. Next, what are stomata? What are stomata? What is the main function of stomata? The small pores present on the lower surface of the leaf are called stomata. What is the function of stomata? What is the functions of stomata? Stomata absorb carbon dioxide from air for photosynthesis. Okay. What is the ultimate source of energy? What is the ultimate source of energy? Sun is the ultimate source of energy. What is the ultimate source of energy? Which one is the ultimate source of energy? Sun is the ultimate source of energy. How water is transported to the leaves? How water is transported to the leaves? How water is transported to the leaves. Water is transported to the leaves through pipe-like structures from the roots of plant. These pipe-like structures are present from root to leaves through branches throughout. That's all. Okay. The next, what are the nutrients other than carbohydrates which are required by plants? Proteins and fats are the nutrients other than carbohydrates which are required by plants. In which form do plants absorb nitrogen? Plants absorb soluble form of nitrogen. Why do farmers add nitrogenous fertilizers to the soil? Farmers add nitrogenous fertilizers to the soil to fulfill the requirement of nitrogen of the plants. Nitrogen is necessary to synthesis of proteins. Which microorganisms helps to provide nitrogen to the plants? A certain type of bacteria called rhizobium help to provide nitrogen to the plants. How do plants absorb nutrients other than carbohydrates from the soil? Other nutrients are available in the soil in the form of minerals. Plants absorb these minerals from the soil along with water. Okay. Next. What do you understand by parasitic plants? A plant which, or you remember student, parasitic plants? A plant which live another plant and takes nutrients is called parasitic plants. See, parasitic plants. The plants that do not have chlorophyll are called non-green plants. Plants which live on other plants for food are called parasitic plants. That is a parasitic plants. Okay. So next, give some examples of parasitic plants. Cuscuta, mistletoe. Also examples of parasitic plant. Why some plants are called parasites? Some plants are unable to prepare their own food and need to take food from another plant. Hence, they are called parasites. What is the mode of nutrition in non-green plants? Non-green plants show heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Next, what do you understand by non-green plants? A plant which lacks chlorophyll is called non-green plants. Lack of chlorophyll. So, that is called non-green plant. What do you understand by host? A organisms which provides shelter and nutrition to another organisms is called a host. Okay, next, what is the potial parasite? What is a potial parasite? A parasite which depends for some of the nutrients on another organism is called a potial parasite. Next, we give examples of potial parasite plant. Potial parasite plant, which one is the example of potial parasite plant? Mistletoe. Also potial parasitic plant. Okay. Then next, insectivorous plant. This is an insectivorous plant. This one is a, see the picture. This is an insectivorous plant in your book also. Some plants eat insects. Such plants called insectivorous plant. They trap and digest the insects. Picture plant is the example of an insectivorous plant. Picture, what is the example of insectivorous plant? Picture plant also insectivorous plant. Okay. In picture plant, the leaf is modified to form a picture-like structure. The bright color of the picture makes it very attractive to insects. Inside the picture, there are several hair-like structures. These hair direct the trapped insects downwards. When an insect sights on the picture of the plant, the lid closes and the insects get trapped inside the picture. The insect then digested by the enzyme secreted by the cells of the plant. That's all. That is an insectivorous plant. Then next, what is an insectivorous plant? A plant which fulfills nitrogenous needs by eating insect is called insectivorous plant. Give an example of insectivorous plant. Picture plant, Venus flytrap Blackbird, Drosera rafflesia also insectivorous plant. Why does a plant eat insects? Plants living in a marshy areas do not nitrogen from the soil. Okay, that is a fulfill the nitrogenous need. They need to eat insects. Brief note on picture plant. A picture plant, the leaf is modified into a picture-like structure. The picture is complete with a lid. The inside of picture is full of hair-like structures. The picture is used to trap insects which may fall in it. Next, saprotrophs. What is meant by saprotrophs? Saprotrophs are non-green plants. Example, agaricus. Mushroom, fungi, yeast, bacteria. Saprotrophs get their food from dead or decaying organic matter. They grow on decaying organic matter such as cow dung, wood, bread, etc. The saprotrophs secrete digestive juice over the decaying materials and absorb nutrients from them. This is called saprotrophic mode of nutrition. Such plants are called saprotrophs. Next is symbiosis. What is meant by symbiosis? Mutualism. Symbiosis is the combination of two Greek words. Sym means with. Biosis means living. With living, which means living together. That is a symbiosis, mutualism. Two different types of work together for mutual benefit for each other. They share shelter and nutrients, etc. Example, lichens. Lichens is a symbiotic plant. Lichens are composite organisms composed of fungus and algae. Composed of fungus and algae is known as lichens. Okay, fungus is a saprophyte. Algae is an autotroph. The fungus supplies water and minerals to the cells of algae, while the algae supplies food prepared by photosynthesis. Okay, that is a symbiosis plant. Example, the worms to eat while the rhino gets rid of those worms. This is a symbiotic parasite, symbiotic organisms. Parasitism, commensalism, mutualism. That is a symbiosis, living together. Algae and fungi also living together. Example, lichens. Listen, meaning of symbiosis. It is a relationship between two organisms in which both the organisms benefit each other. Next, what is lichens? The lichen is a composite organisms formed because of symbiosis algae and fungi. What is a symbiotic relationship? Example, a small bird called Paula clean the crocodile teeth. Crocodile keeps its mouth open. Birds take the meat fibers such between the teeth. Okay. The bird gets food like providing dense serves to the crocodile. Listen. The nitrogen fixations. How do nutrients get replenished in the soil? There are two main means through which the nutrients get replenished in the soil. One of them, nitrogen fixation in soil. Nitrogen fixation replenishes nitrogenous nutrients in the soil. Okay, the another means decompositions of dead remains of plants and animals. Decomposition of dead remains replenishes various other nutrients in the soil. That's all. The next, what is a rhizobium? Rhizobium is a bacteria. Bacteria is a nitrogen fixing bacterium. Okay. What is the function of rhizobium? Rhizobium helps in leguminous plants. Is very important, students. Rhizobium helps in leguminous plants in nitrogen fixing in soil. How does rhizobium help farmers? By helping in the nitrogen fixation, rhizobium increases soil fertility and this helps farmers. Why do farmers prefer to sow leguminous plants? The leguminous plants carry out nitrogen fixation in the soil and this improve the soil fertility. In which form do plants absorb nitrogen? Plants absorb nitrogen in the form of nitrates. That's all, students. I will give some question and answers. So students, all of you submit my WhatsApp number. I will give some homework question and answers. Send my WhatsApp number. Thank you, students.